Hi guys, my name is Maya and I'm French, and in today's video I'm going to react to someone speaking French again, and I'm gonna try to make a French lesson out of it. Okay, I've discovered Gabie Kook through Josh and Ollie through the Jolly channel that I like to watch sometimes when I want to hear Korean. I used to learn Korean a little bit. I don't know how to speak Korean at all. I just like to learn a few words here and there and expression. It's just something I really enjoy. So yeah, I was just going through her channel and I've heard she could speak French really well. I didn't know that at all. So I was really pleasantly surprised, and I thought I could do a little video about her French. So apparently she spent some time in France. She's lived here for a while. She even studied in France in the cooking school, Le Cordon Bleu. So let's see where her French is at right now. Of course, she doesn't speak it as much, so it's normal if it's kind of rusty. Or let's see if we can make kind of a lesson out of this. Guys, we have some ebooks and e-courses you can learn French with, but first,
make sure you try our free e-course at StreetFrench.org.
Maintenant, je vais au café où mon mari travaille. Et après ça, je vais lui demander de venir avec moi pour acheter quelque chose au marché.
Yeah, her French is really good. She sounds really French. Of course, she has an accent, but I don't know, it's not really shocking. There's also a lot of stuff that she says in a really French way. We have filler words like in any other language, but sometimes we kind of drag the end of a word, or we kind of add the filler word in a word. So she was like, pour... She said it really well. So that was interesting. I think she said aller au marché, and she wrote the subtitle supermarket. I'm not sure if she's going to a market like outside, or is she going to supermarket, which is different. It should be supermarché, or we just say au magasin. And marché is really the market outside where they sell fruits and vegetables and fish, etc. So let's keep watching. It's really interesting.
Je vais acheter des ingrédients pour mes recettes.
Je vais acheter des ingrédients. So it's good, she knows how to do the liaison at the proper time. Je vais acheter des ingrédients. So here we do the liaison. But sometimes we don't do it. Let's take the example of I'm American. We wouldn't do the liaison and say je suis américain, but we would say je suis américain. Je suis américain. Let's see if she overdoes that or not, but I don't think she will.
J'ai fait beaucoup de recettes pour mon livre de recettes. Voilà.
Okay. Her R sounds good. Recette. Maybe it's a little bit harsh because she wants to kind of force it out. It's been a while, but it sounds pretty good actually. And yet at the end she said voilà, like she had nothing else to say, and it's just a word we say at the end of a sentence, just when we're done. I guess she has all those little markers that make her sound really natural. I can tell that she spent time in France and that she was surrounded by people speaking French because she has all those markers.
Because what?
She says, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? So that's really good. That's a proper way to ask a question. She could also say, il s'est passé quoi? But qu'est-ce qui s'est passé is really good too. In this video, she kind of gave herself a challenge to speak only French for 24 hours. I think it's a funny idea even for you sometimes. It's just to have fun with the language and kind of like force yourself to practice. Of course, she's doing it for YouTube videos, but also I think it's something you can get inspired by. You can practice by yourself, kind of talking to yourself or talking to your dog, or actually Charlie does that. He used to do that a lot with Japanese, and it's a cool way to practice before being in a social situation where you can be kind of awkward or kind of shy. Well, you kind of practice having fake conversation by yourself. It sounds silly, but it's not stupid. It's a great way to practice.
On va aller au marché pour acheter des ingrédients.
Oh, okay, so she said marché again. It's just a small mistake. We might get a little bit confused, but maybe it also depends where she lived. in France. I think she was in Paris. Here in Paris we say supermarché, but maybe in other places in France they would say marché even for a supermarket. I don't know.
Alors, on doit acheter des œufs,
On doit acheter des œufs. Okay, the pronunciation is good.
des poitrines du porc,
Okay, so pork, we don't pronounce the C, it's porc. Et c'est poitrine de porc. Yeah, and not poitrine du porc. But it's okay.
fromage parmesan.
Oh, fromage des parmesans.
Maybe it's a translation from English, maybe because you say Parmesan cheese in English. In French, we would just say du parmesan. Je dois acheter du parmesan. Or je dois acheter du camembert, right? We only just say the name of the cheese.
Je vais préparer la pâte de poitrine de porc.
So again, poitrine de porc. But it's okay, it means that it's just a small mistake she needs to correct, but it's fine. Like, we would still understand her, it's not the worst mistake, it's fine. I think she said la pâte for pasta, so I have to listen a little bit more carefully to hear if she's gonna say it again.
Tu comprends?
Oui.
Oui. Tu vas prendre un peu de photos?
Oui, oui.
Tu veux prendre un peu de photos? I guess I would have said, tu veux prendre des photos? Tu veux prendre des photos? Or, tu veux prendre quelques photos? Tu veux prendre quelques photos?
Tu aimes la pâte?
Oh bon?
Tu aimes la pâte?
Oh, okay, so I guess she is saying, tu aimes la pâte? So I don't know why she is saying it in a feminine form. I know she speaks Spanish too, really well. Because I know in Italian it's la pasta. In French it is always plural. Les pâtes. Les pâtes. Tu veux des pâtes? Tu aimes les pâtes? Je fais des pâtes. And la pâte, when it's feminine and singular, is always going to mean the dough. So la pâte à pain, la pâte à pain, or la pâte à pizza. So la pâte always means dough. Les pâtes will usually mean pasta, but if you have like multiple bundles of dough or whatever, I guess it would be plural in this context. Depending on the context, we will understand. If that's the worst mistake she makes, she's fine, really.
Tu veux goûter ma dernière recette?
Tu veux goûter ma dernière recette? Yeah, it's really good. Even her R here is really good. It's really soft. Ma recette?
Coucou Marie.
Coucou Marie.
Réponds-moi.
Amélie.
Amélie.
Okay, just a quick little tip on the movie Amélie. So it's such a famous movie all over the world. It's everyone's favorite French movie. And it's funny because the full title of this movie is Le fabuleux destin d'Amélie Poulain. So it's way too long, of course, for Anglophones or people from other countries. Even for French people, we never say the full name. We always say Amélie Poulain. So if you say, oh, I love the movie Amélie, French people usually will be like, wait, what movie is that? I don't know that movie. And I know it sounds ridiculous because you're just missing the last name, Poulain. When you're used to hearing the name of a movie a certain way, you just can't. Hi, editing Maïa here. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's just like saying, oh, my favorite character in a movie is James. Oh, you know James? He's amazing. And you're like, wait, what James? And it's like, oh, you know, James Bond. And if you don't say Bond, you might not know who the person is talking about. So it's kind of the same thing. We need to hear Poulain just like Bond, you know. I went through that too. I was like, wait, what movie is that? Oh, okay. And now I know when people say Amélie, I'm used to hearing that in English. But French people are not used to hearing the English title, I guess. So I've also found this little clip, and she's ordering in a boulangerie. Let's listen to that.
Alors, on prend une crudité roast beef.
Crudité roast beef?
Et une crudité camembert avec jambon.
Ah non, j'en ai pas de camembert ni de crudité roast beef.
Ah bon?
When she's ordering, she's saying on prend. On prend un sandwich, on prend un café. That works. Sometimes I also say je vais prendre. Je vais prendre un sandwich. Yeah, I say that a lot. So that's cool. She's clearly comfortable ordering in French. I'm just confused a little bit because it's such a detail. Her French is really amazing. There's nothing to say. I'm kind of pinpointing those tiny little details just because I'm trying to, you know, make a lesson out of this. But I want to explain why I'm a little bit confused by what she said. So I think she's ordering sandwiches, but sandwich is masculine, un sandwich, so it should be un crudité roast beef. But when she says une crudité roast beef, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it's a salad, because a salad is feminine, une salade. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think she's ordering sandwiches, and all those English words, like a sandwich, un sandwich, is usually always masculine. An email, it's un email, un email. Again, if that's the only mistake she makes, good for her, really. Tiny details she can just perfect. That's not so bad. And you hear the lady in the boulangerie understood what she wanted, so everything was fine.
Quiche Lorraine, s'il vous plaît. Une quiche Lorraine. Chauffée. Chauffée, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, her French is amazing. So just a last little detail that is really interesting. At the end, the lady at the boulangerie asked her chauffer, chauffer. So it means, do you want me to warm up your sandwiches? Instead of saying the whole sentence, we just say chauffer, like warmed up or heated. And I guess a student, someone who's a bit less comfortable with French would have just said oui merci or oui s'il vous plaît. But here she said something that other French people would say too. Instead of saying oui merci, she said chauffez s'il vous plaît. Chauffez s'il vous plaît. I don't know, in English, does it sound rude to just be like heated? Heated, please. I don't know, like in French it's really normal, and we talk like that a lot. There are really cool details like that when she's speaking that make her sound like a native, definitely. Okay, that's it for reacting to Gabie Kook's level of French, I guess. Yeah, now I'm just really curious and I want to hear her have a conversation. I guess having a conversation is just such a different level. It's like improvising, having a conversation with one person, but maybe in a group too. That's totally different too. So yeah, I'm really curious to hear if she would make the same mistakes or if she would be actually more comfortable, because here it's kind of awkward. She's the only one speaking. Maybe we would see like a totally different skills that she has. I would like to hear her tell a story in French, talk about something that happened in the past or something she would like to do in the future, just to see if she's comfortable with that. But I'm pretty sure she is. If she lived in France, I think she's good. I think it's a cool idea to practice by yourself. If there's something you can take from this video, is that talk to yourself, talk to your dog in French. And it's a cool way to, you know, practice pronunciation, syntax, making a sentence, etc. And when you go to a meeting or to a party or somewhere where you have to learn to speak French with someone, it can be sometimes nerve-wracking. Well, you kind of practiced before, so it's not as bad, you know. It maybe sounds ridiculous, but it also works. So yeah, go check out Gabie Kook. She makes really cool videos. I mean, it's mostly in Korean. I don't know if you're interested in that, maybe not. But outside of that, they have also a cool channel called Jolly, where she appears sometimes. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Feel free to like and share the video with your friends who are also learning French. Also subscribe if you want to watch other of our videos. We upload every week. We have ebooks and e-courses, also free e-courses on our website StreetFrench.org if you want to check it out. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye, salut!